Good afternoon from the city of Manresa. We are here at a conference at a Crossroads, an intergenerational and multireligious response to social and environmental crisis, organized by Religions for Peace and City of Manresa. And today I have the honor to talk to Sister Agatha Chikelue. Sister Agatha, welcome and thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much.
So, I'm going to ask you about the experiences that you have from Nigeria, your home country, because you brought together Muslim and Christian women together for the multi-religious and peace-building efforts in your country. So drawing on your experiences, can you tell us why it is important to have multi-religious response to the social and environmental crisis that we are talking about during this conference? For example, for the food and water insecurity, environmental degradation, lack of adequate housing, and things like that.
Yeah, why it is very important to bring the multi-religious groups together to work for sustainable communities and cities is because our government is not doing enough. Simple. They are not doing enough. But somehow they have really failed us. They have disappointed us. And the religious communities, being the kind of organizations and people that their faith moves, their conviction moves on doing the right thing. We don't have to wait for government to tell you the right thing to do it. So I think that the multi-religious organizations are in the best place to champion all this. Because why? Many of us are already doing this. For instance, you get some institutions, let's say the Catholics, the Anglicans, the Muslims, who already have schools long time ago, even before the international organizations started coming with grants to support. The schools has been there. The healthcare centers, the hospitals has been there. It's been managed by different, multi-faith organizations in the country. So we already have the track record whereby these religious communities, religious people are already doing a lot to support the community, already doing enough to give back to the community. So now, what we advocate during this particular workshop, is to encourage ourselves, the faith communities, to work together more. Because there is this popular saying in my country, Nigeria, which says that unity is strength. We make more impact when we work together, when we collaborate. We make a lot of impact, we make more impact. So what we are advocating is for faith communities to come together, to continue this beautiful work they are doing, which supports, supplements what the government is doing, because we already understand the problem in the community. Government should find ways to, not just to collaborate, but to support these multi-religious communities who are working together, in displaying their responsibilities, because that is why they are voted in.
Thank you so much, Sister Agatha, and thank you for such a strong answers and call for action, not just from religious communities, but also from the governments. As you said, they are entitled for all of that, and religious communities can help in bringing all those services to the people. Thank you so much, and I know that you are working a lot with women. So I'm interested, what could you tell us about their gender role, how we can more advance gender role and roles of women in these kinds of activities? How can we put women in the forefront? Because they are basically facing the harsh realities of these crises much more than men. So how can we put them on the forefront of let's say activities for these, to fight this crisis basically?
Good. How to do it best is to support women. Is to give women the maximum support they need, be it financially and otherwise. When we support women, women do a lot. Already, look at what they are doing at homes. Look at what they are doing in communities. So what women need most at this time around is support, is to make them to understand that they have been doing this in the community and they need to do more. And most importantly, as the leader of the women of faith, I tell women that we also do more when we are together. I believe in collaboration. I believe in the power of collective responsibility. I know that as a single voice, as Agatha, as a nun, I can say something, and if you like, you may listen to me. If you don't like, you may not listen to me. But if we come together, you as women from, let's say, Manresa, and then we say, this is what we want. Give us this. it carries a lot of weight. Now it is no longer Agatha speaking, but the women speaking. So this is why I believe so much in the power of collectivity, the power of collective responsibility.
Thank you, sister. As a woman and as a young person, I'm so grateful for your answer and for emphasizing the collective power. I think we definitely need much more collaboration and much more solidarity among women, definitely. And this is something that I hope all of the women that are listening to us are taking into account, and you are going to try to implement some of these things in your own communities, in your own women networks, because I know there is a bunch of networks around the world, especially within Religions for Peace as well. And finally, I have one more question for you regarding youth, because we are speaking about intergenerational approach here. So how can we bring more youth here, and how can we ensure that they are involved in the discussions and taken seriously and taken as partners?
All voices are important. All voices counts. And because of that, they should be respected. So I believe that the youth can feel more, will I say, useful, and feel more happier, and feel more belonged when they are part of what we are doing, when they are given the space, the opportunity to discuss, to contribute, to become part of the decisions that are being made. And in this direction also, I want to use the same opportunity to call on the youth and to ask the youth that a lot is expected from you. I want youth also to start looking at what they can give to the community. What can they give back to the community? What can they do? How do they need to be supported? How do they want us to work together? You understand? So it's both ways. It's both ways. Government's responsibility, individual responsibility, religious communities' responsibility towards the youth. Then youth's responsibility also back to the community, back to the faith, back to the government, everywhere. The youth have to prove that, yes, they have gotten some experience from what is happening around them, and they are serious, they mean what they say, and they are ready to work with the group, with the collective group again, both the government, both the faith, multi-faith organizations, and the entire community.
Thank you, Sister Agatha. And this multi-stakeholder approach is super important, and thank you for bringing it here. And young people, you heard Sister Agatha, you heard, you have to come also, you have to tell also to the older generations what you need as a support. Also women, you need to unite more, and you need to work as a collective. So thank you very much for watching us. There are more interviews coming, and stay tuned.